What's up, everybody? Professor Nate here. So today for the White Belt Survival Series, I'm going to show you how to survive in each position. Okay, not necessarily how to escape, but just what to do in that position you find yourself there to keep yourself safe, right? The proper way to position your body and kind of what to look out for as far as what your opponent is going to be trying to do to you. Okay, we're going to learn escapes later on as we advance towards blue belt, but right now, just starting out, what do we do in each position to be safe? Okay, so first position we're going to go over is side control. This is the bane of existence for a lot of white belts, either side. You're going to find yourself here. This is basically just the pinning position. Okay, there are some attacks he could do here to me. All right. I don't want to leave my arm exposed out here for him to isolate it. I don't want to leave it here for him to hit a Americana on me, right? So I want to make sure that I'm creating good frames. What a frame is this when you use the structure of your body to give you some assistance. So I want to make a frame here across his throat using my arm, right? The radius bone of my arm. And I want to make a frame here on his hip using this part of my arm, right? The structure of this bone and this bone to give myself some breathing room and to create a little bit of space. I also want to make sure I have this leg, the leg nearest his body. I want to have it up. Okay. I don't want to be like this. It's going to be too easy for him to step over to mount. And then I'm in an even worse position. Okay. I want to have this leg up and I just want to have some contact with his body. Okay. Some people rest it here like this. Some people just keep the leg up, but I can't see what's going on down there because his body's in the way. So I need to make some contact with his body just to feel when and if he decides to pass. Okay. Here, I want to keep this frame, my elbow right into his hip crease. And if I could create some pinching pressure, okay, between my knee and my elbow, that's good. Here, I want to try to use my forearm to lever his chin up and away from me. Okay. Where the head goes, the body goes. If he can get his head flat here, okay, and I cannot get my arm in his face, that is very bad. So I want to keep this arm in front of his face, under his chin, this frame here. Okay. And then now I'm in a safe survival position. There's lots of escapes to be done from here. You could hip escape and bring your leg in, but until we get our frames in this position, it's going to be very difficult to escape. Okay. The next position we're going to do is mount, the other hated position at white belt. Okay. This is a very bad position to be in. So when he's in mount, what he's going to want to do ideally is try to get up under my armpits with his knees. All right. This makes it very hard for me to escape and it makes it very hard for me to breathe. It makes it hard for me to escape because my most powerful escaping weapon from this position are my hips. I want to be able to bump him and move him with my hips. But if he's up here on my chest, I can't move him with my hips. All right. So first things first, if you're in this position, you don't want to let him get under your armpits. If he does, you want to get your arms down and protect your armpits. Okay. So what we're going to do if this happens is we're going to make a frame across his hip. All right. Again, it's frame. So I want to create kind of a seatbelt here across his hip. I want to reinforce it. And then I want to back walk. So I'm going to use my feet. Okay. I never want to have my feet flat. I'm going to use my feet. I need to keep my feet active here. And I'm going to back walk. So wiggle, 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 right? I'm making a frame and I'm back walking. Now that I got my elbows back inside his knees and I'm protecting my armpits, I'm in a much better situation. Okay. If I can keep my elbow on the inside of his leg and this frame across his hip, then I'm in pretty good shape. Now I do want to watch out for chokes, right? Collar chokes. He could come up here and start working stuff. But if I know my escapes and I'm doing my escapes right, anytime he brings a hand up to start choking, that's an escape opportunity for me. Okay. We'll learn escapes later, but I shouldn't be super concerned about that. Obviously I don't want to get choked, but anytime he brings a hand up to start escaping, I should use that as an escape opportunity. Other than that, I want to make sure I don't let him up under my armpits. Okay. If you're staying up here real high to protect against the chokes, but you're not protecting your armpits, he's just going to scoot on up and then he's going to isolate an arm and I'm going to have a really bad time. Okay. So priority number one needs to be protecting your armpits. And then priority number two, making sure that he doesn't get a collar grip. And if he does, using that to escape. Okay. Next one is going to be back control. If he has my back, all right, he has his hooks in, he's going to have a seatbelt. Here, I need to be very cognizant of which arm is over my shoulder. Okay. He will usually have an underhook and an overgrip, an undergrip and an overgrip. The over grip is called the choking arm or the killing arm because it's the one that he could bring across my neck and choke me. Okay. This one, unless there's some real high level wacky stuff going on, I don't have to worry about him choking me too much with this. There's arm bars and stuff that he could do from here, but the simplest, most effective attack he's going to have on my back is a choke. And that's either going to be coming across my neck and just choking me with a rear naked choke. We can do the same gi, no gi. Or in the gi, we have to be very careful of letting him get the grip and choking me with just a cross collar grip. Okay. So when we're here, we want to get double control on this choking hand, 2-on-1. Okay. I usually want to make sure that I'm falling to the correct side. Okay. If he has this grip, grab this grip. Okay. And we fall to this side. Let's fall this way. Okay. And I try to turn and I turn in. And I'm actually kind of choking myself more. If he has this side, when we fall to this side, and I turn and look, I'm unwinding the choke. Okay. So think of it this way. If he has the grip, I want to pretend he's got his finger pointing to the side I need to fall to. Okay. Here, when I turn in, if we fall to the side, I'm unwinding the choke. Here, if we fall to this side and I turn in, I'm actually making the choke worse by turning in, right? So to keep yourself safe, if he has an over grip, first of all, don't let him get that grip, okay? And then fall to the choking side or fall away from the choking side, right? To make sure that when you do, if he does get the grip, you're escaping the correct way. So if we're here and he manages to get this grip, I can still work to escape by turning into him without making the choke worse, okay? So in regards to back control, keeping ourselves safe, double grip on the choking hand, wait for an opportunity to use it to escape, and make sure that we're falling to the correct side, which is, if this is the choking hand, pretend his finger's pointing that way. This would be the side, okay? Falling to the underhook side. We don't want to fall to the overhook side because if we try to do our basic escape, I'm actually choking myself. The other position you may find yourself in is knee on belly. So this is not a fun position, okay? There's lots of escapes from here, but just general rules to keep you safe. I never want to reach up, all right? Anytime you're reaching up in jiu-jitsu, you're going to get arm barred, okay? I also want to be real careful about pushing this knee with my elbow flared because he could underhook that arm and start arm barring and doing stuff to me that way. So just like kind of in mount, I want to make sure I'm keeping my elbows down, okay? And I want to make sure that I have active feet, all right? Safe places to grab if I want to try to escape are under the leg, right behind the bend of the knee with my palm up, and his belt with my elbow down, okay? If I grab these places on his body, he shouldn't be able to hit me with any arm bars, all right? And then I can use just the basic shrimp to escape out and recover my guard, okay? But again, in this position, you're going to feel a lot of pressure on your stomach, and your natural instinct is going to be to do this, to push him here or to push him here, both of which would be a mistake because there's a near side arm bar that's very easy to hit and a far side spinning arm bar that's very easy to hit. So resist your natural instinct to just shove the guy off of you. And if you're going to look for grips, look for these grips, okay? Lastly, when I have someone in my guard, some basic principles. When he's in my guard, he wants to have good posture like he does now, okay? Nice wide legs, sitting up. I don't want him to have good posture and I don't want him to have a good base. So I'm going to be using my legs and my grips to break him down, to close the distance, right? This distance, about halfway between sitting up and all the way flat, is where most of your good attacks and submissions will come, okay? Your chokes, right? Your arm bars, they're all going to be from this middle distance, okay? So to create that, I'm breaking him down and creating pressure and creating opportunities for myself because he's going to be trying to posture up. And in that middle space between him being all the way broken down and him being all the way postured up is when I'm going to be launching my attacks. Also, from a self-defense standpoint, if I break him all the way down here and I tie up his arms, he's not really going to be able to hit me. Okay, so in a street fight situation, If you could break the guy down and then tie up his arms until help arrives, okay, that's one way to decrease the odds of you getting hurt. And then obviously, if you know submissions from here, you can really start punishing the guy. Okay. So those are all just the basic survival tips for the different positions. As you advance towards blue belt, you're obviously going to learn the escapes and counters. But just first day coming into jiu-jitsu, when you get put in those positions, you at least will know what to do with your body and not make it easy for the other guy to submit you. Keep training, guys. Thank you. What's up, guys? If you like that, please smash the like button, tap the subscribe button to support the channel, and then let me know in the comments what you want to see next.